I'm Stephanie with Travel Essence, and I am so excited to be here today with my partner, Tracy from Virgin Voyages, and he's going to share some information with us today about their product. And my husband and I have sailed with them twice now, and we absolutely enjoy Virgin Voyages. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Tracy so he can give us more information.
Thank you so much,
for being
Stephanie.
Here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. And thank you, everyone who's able to catch up with this video today and learn a little bit more about us. We really appreciate this. And we appreciate the partnership we have with wonderful travel advisors like Stephanie. We call them first mates, and they really are our partners in this. And we really appreciate that. She's sailed with us twice. She knows very well what we're all about, and we certainly appreciate that. So today, I just want to take a moment and go ahead and share my screen here. And let me know if you can see the big red ahoy on the screen there. I think everyone can. Yeah. And I'm going to stop my video so you don't have to see my face this whole time. So I know you will appreciate that. So as we go through today, Stephanie's going to interject if she's had some experiences that we talk about, of course, and also, tell us about exactly what she enjoyed about Virgin Voyages. So I do want to say special thanks to her again. Please reach out to her if you have any questions or anything that you need, not just for travel with us, because I know she sells other things as well. So we always like to say that the internet is great for looking, but always go to your travel professional for the booking. And we really encourage that. She has a great social media presence as well. So if you're not following her on her Travel Essence page, be sure you can do that as well, just to keep up with what's going on, because I'm sure she's got some exciting things happening for you. Now, just to get you into who we are as a company, some people ask about where did Virgin Voyages come from. You might recognize the man in these photographs here as a guy named Sir Richard Branson. He is an entrepreneur. He's a disruptor. He's a person who makes waves, if you will, in every industry he comes into. The name Virgin actually comes from his record company he started way back in the late 60s. He and a group of friends started a record label, and they were all very young teenagers or 20-year-olds. And so they said, let's just call this Virgin Records. And so that's where it all kind of went from. But now Virgin is a huge company, a worldwide company, if you will, with over 60 plus different entities, 70,000 employees, locations in 35 different countries all around the world. And there are more than 9 $1 billion businesses under the Virgin family. So we have a pretty good backing there. If you're wondering about how secure we are as an organization, I don't think we're going anywhere anytime soon. Mr. Branson likes to make ordinary experiences extraordinary. And he says that the brands that people will love will be the ones that make a difference to the world. And we definitely try to do that as a cruise line, but as an organization in general as well. You might have seen too, got a little buzz in the media that the word on the sea is that we are the ship to be. We have the most 5-star reviews on TripAdvisor. Cruise Critic says some really great things about us. We won Cruise Critic's Editor's Pick for the best new cruise ship last year. We are up for several new awards. We've just won these from Travel Weekly just this year. All kinds of great things are coming to us. We're very proud of the fact that we have some excellent marketing. We have some excellent training programs, Reader's Choice Awards, Travel Awards, all that stuff. But the most important award we can win is your loyalty and your appreciation for what we do. So be sure to check out the reviews wherever you might go to look for those, be it TripAdvisor or wherever else, and you'll see that people are very impressed with what we do and how we do it. And so we're very, very proud of that. So why don't we talk a little bit about how we set sail the Virgin way? You may or may not know that we are exclusively adults. And I think Stephanie kind of touched on this. I have kids. You may have kids. I love my kids. And I love traveling with my kids at times, but my kids now adults. And so they're over 18. They can travel, but it's such a different feeling and atmosphere on a ship with no children. And Stephanie, you probably experienced that yourself. What was your impression from the adult only vibe?
Yeah, it definitely felt like we felt that vibe. And I'm sure you'll touch on this at some point. But one of the things that we especially appreciated was I knew that one of the visions for Richard was to make it different from any other cruise line. So it definitely felt unique in that it didn't feel like we were on a cruise. I especially appreciated not hearing announcements, being treated like an adult. So kind of knowing what to do. Yeah. So there's no announcements, no photographers coming around to take your picture. So I appreciated that. And I don't know if that was meant to be to make us feel like an adult, but we definitely felt like an adult.
That's perfect. Yeah, that the little things that sort of annoy most people about other cruise experiences, and I've had them too. I've cruised for years, but just kind of tolerate the fact that there's photographers everywhere. They try to sell you pictures, and there's an announcement there every 5 minutes. They have to tell you this, do this. Even our muster drill is a cool little video on the TV, and then you just go check in at a certain location and let them know you're there. It's really, everything is done in adult fashion. We don't treat you like children or cattle or anything like that. And I think you said it perfectly, that we do try to just treat you like adults, and you can make your own decisions and do your own thing. And I appreciate that testimony. That's great. We have great food too. Adults like to eat good food, and you like to have really cool, unique spaces to eat them in. We don't have any dining halls. We don't have any buffets. You really feel like you're on a floating all-inclusive resort with 20 different eateries and that kind of thing. A lot of people talk.
And one of the things that I especially appreciate is that there's no buffet, and I hope that you guys never change that. So I do not like the buffets. So I especially appreciate that.
Yeah, that's one thing that a lot of our guests comment on, is the fact that we don't have those buffets, and you're served your food wherever you might happen to be. Even in the food court that we'll talk about in a few minutes, they still bring your food to you. It's made fresh for you. You don't have to worry about it sitting out all day long. Not only that, but the entertainment is cool. We're going to talk about that. The design and the feel of the ship, the use of technology and all that we'll talk about. The destinations are amazing. We do spend the night in certain places that you definitely want to spend the night, and we're going to get into that too. And then we also throw in a little dose of wellness. Adults these days, they might want to party hardy at night, and then they want to get a little exercise and fitness in the next day. We call it detox and retox, or whichever it might happen to be. So it's cool that you can take advantage of that if you want to. The other thing that people are annoyed about with other cruise experiences is the fact that you're nickeled and dimed to death throughout the whole time. Nothing's really included once you get on the ship. You have to pay for your Wi-Fi. You have to pay, tips. You have to pay for your specialty dining. You have to pay for a soda package, all that stuff. Not with us. It's included. All these things are included. Your shows, your entertainment, your Wi-Fi. Wow, your basic Wi-Fi is free. Yes, it is. So we like to add those and that's more than $600 or $700 worth of value right there per traveler when you check out the cost with other cruise lines. So we have some beautiful ships too. We're very proud of the fact that we now have 3 ships in the water. We just took possession of our latest ship. She'll start sailing in May. And by this time next year, we'll actually have 4 ships sailing all around the world. We'll get into those where they are. They are all just alike, though. 2,770 passengers is the maximum. 1,150 crew, 1,400 staterooms and cabins, and they're 912 feet long. And Stephanie, you tell me, it really feels more like a large yacht type experience than a cruise ship experience. What was your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. It doesn't feel as large as it is. And one of the things I really appreciate is that it feels spacious, and there's so many different areas that you can go and have some quiet time in. So even though there's always something going on the ship, you can still find spaces. If you're like me and I just like quiet time sometimes, you can still find that space.
Wow, we're going to have to use you for a commercial, Stephanie. You're saying
happy to.
Okay. That's exactly what we hear from folks, and that's exactly what we're going for. A large ship with a lot of people, a lot of activities, but nice little intimate, quiet spaces. We don't have huge atriums. We don't have water slides. We don't have, all the other distractions, if you will. We have the thing called the roundabout, which is the largest open public area in the ship. It serves 3 decks, and it's sort of the heartbeat of the ship. It's in the center of the ship, and it's a great place to sort of start your exploration. But then you can find little private areas like the Athletic Club up here on the top deck with these nice loungers, and the Instagram photo spot here where you lay on the catamaran net just over the wake of the ship. Folks like to get their pictures there. Above that is actually the perch, where we do sunrise yoga, where you can just come up here about any time of the day and just have a quiet private spot to sit and relax or sunbathe. Around the perch is the runway, where we have a nice little track area. I like to go up here in the mornings and watch the sunrise and just walking around that track. And there's not a lot of people up there. This is one of my coworkers, Cindy. She's doing the sunrise yoga. Just a few people up there with her in the morning. So it's a great way to start your day if you want to. And if you want to get more intense in your workouts, I tell you, we can do that. We have the full range of intensity. If you want to get on a Peloton and do one of the spin classes, or if you want to go to the B complex and do your own thing. We even have those bungee cord things. Did you see that, Stephanie, the bungee workout area?
I did see it, and it was my intention to use that area, but I did not. So.
Yeah. It's fun to walk through those areas and say, yeah, I want to do that. And then
exactly.
You wake up the next morning like, nah, I think I'll stay.
Right.
Yeah. You know, the old namaste thing for yoga. It's like, nah, I'm gonna stay in bed.
Exactly. I didn't realize you guys had Pelotons though. That's exciting.
Yeah, we have that spin class in there. Yeah, sure we do. We also have the Aquatic Club, which is an area, of course, around the pool where you can lounge and lay around, and you can actually look into some of these fitness areas. You can watch people in there sweating while you're laying out there getting sun. It's kind of cool. And a lot of people like to take advantage of our spa. Our spa is very, very nice. We have all kinds of different things like a mud area and a salt room and, of course, steam rooms and all kind of treatments. Did you get any spa treatments while you were on board, Stephanie?
Yes, I did get a spa treatment and it was amazing.
Yeah, they do a great job there. Of course, we can do your manis and petties and all that fun stuff too. And we're the only cruise line that gives you an opportunity to get a tattoo while you're at sea, if you like. We have squid ink on board. If you know anything about the history of tattoos, they actually are nautical. The sailors were the first ones to start doing tattoos, of course, for other different reasons. But we have a great experience. And you have to book this early because these artists are booked solid about the first day and for the rest of the trip. So keep that in mind. Entertainment is kind of cool and different and edgy. It's not your traditional cruise ship entertainment. It's totally different. We have some private entertainment options like the groupie, which is where you can do karaoke with just a small group of your friends so that you don't embarrass yourself. That's my favorite. You enjoyed that, right? Three or four different rooms. You can choose the music. You and your friends can go in there and sing to your heart's content, and you're not embarrassing yourself in front of 100 people or something like that. Right. If you like to gamble, of course, we have a casino. And the thing I love about our casino, it's smoke-free. You don't walk through there and choke on smoke because it is right at the entrance to this place called the Manor. This is our nightclub, if you will. It's got a 70s punk rock vibe. It's got this cool mirrored hall. Did you get your picture made in here, Stephanie, when you went through?
I haven't gotten my picture made in there yet. I will next time.
Everybody gets their picture made in here. Of course, for Scarlet Night, too. We'll talk more about Scarlet Night. People like to go in there. But the Manor has some really cool shows. I mean, really interesting setup in there. So you can go do that. And they also are a nightclub late in the evening, too. So with some great music, a great DJ, or sometimes live bands in there doing the nightclub type scene at the Manor. Some of the other shows that we do on the ship, one called Never Sleep Alone. Yes, that is an adult experience. Keep that in mind. But there's no kids on board, so don't worry about it. If they say a word that you might think, oh, wow, no, there's no kids. So you're cool. This is Dual Reality. I want to show you a little bit more about it here in a second. It takes place in the Red Room, which is our main theater space, which is really innovative for cruising. It's a two-sided theater. You have seats on both sides. Everything takes place right here in the middle. Did you see this show when you were on board, Stephanie?
I sure did. It was great.
It's a great show. It's kind of a West Side Story, Romeo, Juliet, and then it has a really nice ending too. I have to say, I didn't expect the ending, and I had a little tear. You know, it's really, it's really well done.
It was well done.
Yeah, very well done show. If you like to dance and move, and who doesn't, we have this thing called the Untitled Chapter, and I'm telling you, it is constant motion. You're not sitting here. The dancers are dancing, and then you're moving around as the stage moves around, and then you're dancing with them. And I mean, at the end of the night, you're in a line dance, and there's a talking cat, and all kind of crazy stuff. Did you do the dance show too?
I did.
Yeah, I mean, people come out of there like, wow, that was crazy. And then, of course, the big entertainment on the ship includes the entire ship, and that's Scarlet Night. We have Scarlet Night on every one of our sailings. It's our answer to the formal night, if you will, but you don't have to wear a tuxedo. You just wear a little splash of red. The ship starts changing throughout the day. Did you notice that, Stephanie, on your sailing, how things start popping up like that?
I did. Yep.
Octopus tentacles and stuff. And then, of course, it ends at night around the pool area, and that is a lot of fun. And yes, you can jump in the pool with your clothes on. We actually prefer that you keep your clothes on. Right? So it is a great, great party. You just need to experience Scarlet Night. We really can't tell you much more about it than just say it's something you have to experience. Now, did you have a sea terrace when you sailed with us? Was that your stateroom or cabin?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's the most common thing we have is 86% of our cabins are sea terraces, and that's what you're seeing here. They are really beautiful and very well appointed. They have great lighting. They have great balcony. We'll get into that. But just in case you're a solo traveler, we do have space for solos if they just want to have a solo inside cabin, save some money, and just, party all day and come in here and sleep at night, that's all you want to do, that's fine. We have a nice space for that. We have a sea view solo cabin too. If you're traveling by yourself, but you want to be able to see out, you got that. If you're a couple and you just want an insider cabin, maybe save some money, you could get a beautiful insider cabin as well. They're very nice. You don't really feel like, I like to point out there is storage underneath this little table. Did you know that, Stephanie? That
I did not know.
Yeah, most people don't. I just found out about it. I've sailed twice and I just found out this week that there's extra storage. And this little iPad off to the room, what does that thing do, Stephanie? It does everything, right?
It does everything. Operate your lights, the TV, the curtains, I believe.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and your air conditioning too. Yeah, and it's got different moods. You can set the room to different moods. You know, you can set it to photo shoot, or you can set it to zen, or you can set it to hangover. And there's one other, Stephanie. You remember what the other one is?
Don't know.
It's called Get It On.
How could I forget that one?
That's right. We're an adult cruise line, and you might as well have a Get It On mode.
That's right.
Right. So that picture actually just showed how we can configure your bedding area to be also a couch area. We can rotate things around. And so if you are curious about how the room does move, you can move and create a couch in your room, but most people just leave it as a bed, and that's perfectly fine. And I also like to point out in this picture here, the wood on the wall there, that is something we've been adding over time here. Some folks commented that they needed a little more texture in the room. So we do listen to our sailors and say, hey, yeah, that's a good idea. So we put that wood behind the TVs and stuff. And of course, you see out there on the balcony, the beautiful hammock. Did you spend a lot of time in that hammock, Stephanie, when you were sailing with us?
Yes, we decided that there needs to be two so that there's not an argument about who's going to get to sit in it.
That's right. There is a competition when there's two of you. What we can do, though, Stephanie, next time you sail with us, let's just go ahead and get you into a suite, because in our suites, there often are two hammocks and lots of other things to do. We have 78 suites on the ships. There's 63 that are, we call Rockstar, and then 15 that are Mega Rockstar. And I think you're Mega Rockstar status at this point, Stephanie. We need to make sure we get you into one of those. All of our suites come with access to Richard's Rooftop. We'll talk about that. Select beverages that are on us. We do have an in-room bar, priority boarding and priority access to, to activities ahead of other folks. And you have a Rockstar agent. This is the suite aft suite. It is a nice regular Rockstar suite at the back of the ship, as you can imagine. Big, beautiful tub in there, nice shower area, just really lots of room to explore. And this is your mini bar. I'm going to tell you, if you can drink all of this in just a 4 or 5, 6 night sailing, you've done something. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
We take care of the first round for you in our regular Rockstar, but then you take care of the second round. But in our top tier suites, we take care of everything continuously. What we do is add premium Wi-Fi, bottomless bar, a daily bar tab outside of your room, spa treatment access, private transfers from the airplane at the airport to the ship, and also a dedicated Rockstar agent for you as well. And this is the massive suite. Stephanie, this is the one we're going to go ahead and get for you next time you sail. It's 2,200 square feet. It's huge. And look at all the hammocks out there. Goodness. Yeah, you can have me and some other friends over, and we would all have a hammock. Wow. And notice the private hot tub here, and also the table you can dance on. If you see that, Mr. Branson likes to dance on tables, and so he actually built a table here with steps, so you don't have to.
That's funny.
I think liability to get up on the table there. So Richard's Rooftop is where all of our suite guests can gather at any time they'd like. We have a nice cocktail hour up here every day about 5 o'clock for them to have a nice glass of champagne before they go to dinner. But it's a private sunning area if you'd like to. So it's a really cool place just for our suite guests. But talking about dinner, and this is something, Stephanie, I know you've said that is a big draw for you. It's the food. No buffets, no dining halls, no silly dances with your napkins over your head, just wonderful places to eat. And you really feel like you're in a restaurant in a nice city somewhere and not on a ship. One of the most fun restaurants is a place called Gun Bay. It's the Korean barbecue at sea. And yes, you do make your own food there, just like you would in a Korean barbecue here. Your server does a great job, though, basically taking care of everything. You play a drinking game while you're at this table. Did you win the drinking game, Stephanie?
I did not win the drinking game.
Well, if you got to drink, you won the game. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah. So we have little shots of soju there around the table as we play this game with our server. It's a really cool place. Did you enjoy the food here too?
Yeah, it was really good. I mean,
Yeah.
we enjoyed the fruit everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't even know what our favorite was. Razzle Dazzle, we went back to several times.
Yeah.
So I know you're going to go over all of them, but I mean, the food is just great. It is, like you said, the specialty dining restaurants that you would have to pay for on other ships.
Yep.
Definitely, it was just really good.
Yeah, yeah. Razzle's our vegetarian restaurant, though it's not fully vegetarian. You can get some.
It's a secret menu.
Yeah, you know about the secret menu? Awesome. You're one of the few people who know about the secret menu. So don't share all the details of that. Make sure your sailors kind of figure that out when they go. Yeah. But yeah, there's a naughty menu here too. If you want to get fried chicken at the vegetarian restaurant, it will be real 1/2 fried chicken buttered with hot sauce. I mean, it is amazing. And the desserts here, oh, I'm just telling you, it's fantastic. You can go here for brunch or for breakfast too. They have the French toast with the sparkles on there, the sprinkles, really, and the bacon. They have great bacon here as well at Razzle Dazzle. So check that out. Now, the traditional restaurant, of course, is more like any of your fine dining restaurants on other cruise ships, is called the Wake. And yes, it is at the back of the ship overlooking the Wake. And this is the tomahawk steak I personally got less than 2 weeks ago when I sailed on Scarlet Lady. It was fantastic. I'm just telling you. There is a slight upcharge for the tomahawk because not everyone, we can't supply enough for everyone to have a tomahawk. But the menu here is fantastic. Look, all of these are no extra charge. You got the filet, you got the strip, you got the lamb chops, you got the king salmon, you got all these wonderful things, and you can have more than one if you want to. But I will promise you, you will be filled with the food here at the Wake. What was your experience there at the Wake, Stephanie?
Oh, it was great. I think we had the filet and I'm not sure what else we had, but I know we had the filet. So very good.
Yeah, it's really good there. We also have a nice, more lighter type experience at the Dock House. This is more of a Mediterranean type dining experience with the small plates and the tapas and lots of very fresh fruits and vegetables and very light and fruity food and great drinks here as well. Did you eat at the Dock House while you were on the ship?
I don't know if we ate there or not. I thought we ate everywhere, but maybe not.
Yeah. It's a nice little area for like lunch or something like that with more casual type seating and stuff like that. So it's a really nice little area with a bar there too. The Test Kitchen, I know you said this is the one restaurant you didn't get to experience.
Yeah, we definitely didn't go there.
And Test Kitchen is what you think it is. Look, the servers are in lab coats and the food is incredible, but they talk to you about how it's prepared a little differently or it's paired with something different and it's plated really cool. I mean, it is a culinary experience. If you're a foodie, you may go back to the Test Kitchen more than once because it's just, there's a cocktail pairing and there's also a wine pairing, whatever you want to do. Really cool experience at Test Kitchen. And Extra Virgin, this is our Italian restaurant, as you can imagine. The sailing I was on first, Giovanni was our captain. And by the way, our captain and crew do not wear stripes like on other ships. You wouldn't know the captain walking around. He just wears a golf polo shirt and he has a name tag that says captain, and that's all it says. Giovanni came to dinner with us and he sat there and said, oh, this is just like Nona makes because he's Italian. And so he really loves the Extra Virgin. What did you have when you were here, Stephanie, at Extra Virgin?
Well, I do remember having the limoncello.
Yes. You have to have the
limoncello. Let's see. We probably did the...
People like the gnocchi. The potato gnocchi is very popular.
Yeah, that might be what we had. I don't remember.
The bass, I mean, the artichoke young chicken. There's a great steak that you can get here too. I mean, it's all fantastic. So just tell your server to bring you 2 of everything and enjoy it. That's right. Pretty much what.
Gelato.
Yeah, and the meatballs are fantastic. I don't know if you had the meatballs there. The appetizer meatballs are fantastic too. And if you like Mexican, we have a great Mexican themed restaurant as well called Pink Agave. And it does have the largest selection of mezcal and tequila at sea. I'm just telling you, if you think you know your tequila, go in there and see if you can find it, because I promise you we have it on the ship. And it's a very elegant dining experience, this upscale feeling, but very relaxed in the service and the food. And it is a great experience. You eat Pink Agave? Did you remember your time there too?
Yeah, we did. It's funny because the couple that was seated beside us, we started having a conversation with them. And, you ask, where are you from? And they're like, we're from Somerville. So crazy because that's where we live. And then the guy that was sitting there worked at the same place that my husband worked at. So
wow,
really
small world.
Strange. Yeah.
Small world. You meet neighbors on a ship way out in the ocean somewhere.
Right.
And this is our answer to a food court, if you will, not a buffet, because this is not a buffet, but this is a dining area called the galley. It's at the top of the ship, deck 15, near the back, and you can flip in here at any time, day or night. And the diner dash is open 24/7 if you need, breakfast or something quick there. But the hot press area, the noodles, the tacos, the bento. There's also, burgers, of course, here. There's little quick grab and go areas. So this is a nice area just to grab something and eat it quickly. I have breakfast here every morning after I do my walk around the perch at sunrise and that kind of stuff. It's really cool area. Do you have different things here too, Stephanie, at the galley?
Yeah, we went there for breakfast. Got the French toast. I know my husband got the noodles. Yeah. He went there one day for that. I think we did some tacos.
Yeah.
Anything you get there. I mean, it was always good and fresh and hot. That's my thing, So
I like that too. There's nothing sitting out there. It's ordered and delivered.
Exactly.
Social Club's a cool little place where you can get, a popcorn or a hot dog or wings and stuff like that. Like a nice little social area. This is also where we do a trivia night and stuff like that, trivia time. It's just a fun little area with an arcade right around the corner there. You can also get a milkshake here with your adult beverage of your choice. We call them bougie shakes, right? Did you get a bougie shake while you were on board?
Did not.
We kind of make everything adult, even the milkshake. The pizza place is great. The pizza is fresh made for you. It's not sitting out. You walk in there, you order which one you want, and they make it for you, and then you pick it up. It's just fantastic. You have a pizza, I'm sure you did at least once on your
Yeah, probably too many times.
Yeah, me
too. It's one of my favorites. So
yeah, everybody loves the pizza place. Yeah. And people ask about a drink package. We don't have a drink package per se. We have a chance for you, though, to buy a program called Bar Tab if you want to purchase alcohol, because we do charge for our alcohol, but we don't charge a lot for it. This is the typical pricing for our alcohol, $5 to $6 for a beer. That includes tip. About $9 or $10 for a basic cocktail, or 42% of our wines by the glass are under $10. I mean, you can't get this pricing in your local town. So if you don't buy the bar tab, that's perfectly fine. You're not going to run up a huge tab on the alcohol, but the bar tab is a $300 purchase, and then we add $50 to it. But wait till the end of this presentation. We're actually giving you a bar tab if you book sailing with us really soon. So you won't have to worry about any of this. You'll have a bar tab added to your booking automatically. We'll get to that in a minute. But if you do like to enjoy some alcohol, we got places for you to do that. As you know, we are an adult place. You saw the Loose Cannon. We have On the Rocks. This is my favorite bar area. It's right there in the roundabout. Great cocktails, great servers here. Lots of live music taking place in that area too. If you like a beer, you can get a beer at the Draft House, or if you like champagne or martinis, all that kind of fun stuff you can do at Sip Champagne Bar. Do you have any drinks here at Sip Champagne Bar, Stephanie?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. It's a nice little private place. And speaking of champagne, at any point on the ship, if you would like to have a bottle of champagne, I don't care if it's 5 a.m. and you're hanging out in your stateroom and you want to shoot the bottle, we will bring you one. Just open your app and shake it and say, yep, bring me champagne, and we will bring you a bottle of Moet and Chandon. It's on its way. So Shake for Champagne is a really cool feature. If you get this $300 bar tab and you don't drink, shake for champagne 3 times. That'll take care of your bar tab. So just share your champagne with your friends. That's a really cool thing. The way we find you on the ship, though, and the way you get on and off the ship is this cool little band that we have here. It's just a bracelet with your little plastic thing on there that allows you to do and go wherever you like to go and charge things. You can use this on High Street while you're shopping and charge things back to your room. So it's really cool. That's what it looks like on your wrist, of course. They have little sayings on them. Some says seize the day. Some says feeling naughty, all kind of cool stuff. And then we have a romance package. You see that right there. I'll talk more about that in a second. But if you want to spice up your experience with us, we sell a limited number of romance packages per sailing as well, too. So have a little fun. We have the app that you can use prior to getting on the ship to start booking things as well, as much as 45 days for non-suite guests and 60 days for our suite guests. You can start booking things in advance as well. And the terminal. Did you get to see the terminal, Stephanie?
Yeah, it's so nice. So the first time I went was in December.
Wasn't open yet.
Exactly. So when we went back this time, I was like, oh, this is really nice.
Yeah, it's probably the Yeah, the nicest cruise terminal anywhere in the world, I would say. And you don't have to spend much time in it now because all the restrictions are removed. You're not getting tested. Yeah, you're just zipping right through it. But it is absolutely beautiful. People talk about our terminal. Where are our ships right now? We have 2 ships sailing in the Caribbean. They're both out of that Miami terminal. Scarlet is there permanently. She's doing 4 and 5 night trips down to the Caribbean. We'll get into those. Valiant is there right now, but she will be crossing the Atlantic again later on in the spring. And she'll keep running out of the Mediterranean, out of Barcelona. And then Resilient Lady is coming on in the summer of next year. And I know Stephanie's talking about 2024, maybe doing one of the Greek Isle trips or something like that.
Yeah, we have the 2024 books for the Greek Isle. So we're doing July 21st, I believe it is. So
okay, good. Of 2024. Awesome. Awesome. And so keep that in mind. And then Brilliant Lady will be coming later on next year about this same time. And she'll be permanently out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, doing some longer sailings here in the Caribbean. So we're so excited about our beautiful ships. Here's where Scarlet is permanently doing these experiences right now. We tweak them, of course, from time to time, but we have the 5-night Riviera Maya, we have the 5-night Dominican Days, we have the 5-night Mayan Sol, and the 4-night down to Key West and back our Fire and Sunset Soiree. All of these experiences in the Caribbean will come back to our beautiful beach club at Bimini. Did you get to spend some time here when you were on our sailing?
The first time we did, yes, and we absolutely loved it. The second time there was a storm or hurricane or something, so we had to bypass it. But it's a beautiful, beautiful island. Yeah,
it is a shallow, difficult harbor to get into. So if it's very choppy seas or windy and things like that, we do have to bypass it. And I think you went to Nassau probably as a substitute.
Yeah.
So, but we love the beach club. It is fantastic. These are the sailings we do through the summer in the Mediterranean. This is, of course, out of Barcelona. This the French days and Ibiza nights. It does spend the night in Ibiza. So does Spanish Obsession, and so does our Irresistible Med. All of these will spend the night there in Ibiza. But Valiant right now is doing these sailings out of Miami. She's doing the longer sailing, the 8-night to the Caribbean Antilles down there to Puerto Plata, San Juan, and St. Croix. And then also she's doing the 6-night Western Caribbean Charm, doing Roatan and Costa Maya. So keep those in mind, that this is what we're talking about for 2024.
Yep.
These are going to be fantastic. I personally have spent some time in both of these areas. And so if you want to talk a little bit more about how incredible Greece and Croatia and the Adriatic Sea, I would be happy to share with you my personal experiences, but it was fantastic. You will not be disappointed. We do these things called shore things. Obviously, when you're in these amazing ports, you want to experience the local, activities. And Richard is really big on making sure you do some unique things. So if you have a chance, just Google up Virgin Voyages Shore Things, and this page will come up that shows you all the ports we go to, and then you click on the port and it'll show you 20 or 25 or 30 activities we offer in that port when you sail with us. Like an example here is Costa Maya. If you clicked on Costa Maya, you'll see one of the experiences is a glass bottom boat and snorkeling tour, and the pricing is on there. Or you might want to do an off the road, experience, a 4x4 or beach adventure. So check that page out. Check out these activities you can do even before you book if you want to, just to see what we've got going on in these different ports. Now, I know we're getting close to our time, so I don't want to keep you tied up here, but just want to share with you, now is wave season for us. We are offering the best possible deals you can get any time of the year right now. 60% off the second sailor, but wait, there's more. Sound like a infomercial. There is more. You're going to get 60% off all new bookings from now until January 31st. And this is for our Sea Terrace and everything below, all those categories, non-suites, if you will. But we're going to throw in a bar tab. If you're doing a 6-night or less, you're going to get a $300 bar tab for that cabin. If you're doing a 7-night or more, we're going to give you a $600 bar tab. Wow. I'm telling you, you're going to have plenty of opportunity to shake for champagne because we're giving you this bar tab. Once again, new bookings only, but the bar tab can also be applied to suite bookings too. So keep that in mind. If you want to book a suite, we'll give you the bar tab on top of the suite. And here are the voyages that are eligible. Unfortunately, right now, Stephanie, we're only up through March 15th of 2024. So we can't got your July sailing in there yet. But just wait.
So that means we need to book 2. So we need to book one now.
Yeah. And then one later.
That's right.
Yeah. And we could there probably will be this very similar wave season next year about this time to book for 24. So, I don't want you to wait, but also know that there will be some good opportunities to save money. So yes, You're exactly right. Book one for 23. get your first Virgin experience out of the way, and then book your sailing for summer of 24 to the Mediterranean. So that's the summary. 60% off second guest, $300 or $600 bar tab, depending on how long it is, and that's for any bookings. Now, we do say through January 31st, but keep in mind, prices can go up even during the promotion period. So now's the best time, because January 1st, as you know, things might change. Prices may start going up. So just a 20%, excuse me, 20% deposit is all you need to make for your sailing. You don't have to pay in full right now. But if you do, by the way, if you do pay in full more than 180 days out, we're going to give you another 10% off. So keep that in mind too. And we have this great sailing club now too. If you have sailed with us, like Stephanie, who sailed 2 times this past year, well, actually once in 21 and then again in 22, she's technically a Sea Blazer with us, and she sailed in December of 21, which gives her all kind of special status. And we're going to make sure she's very well taken care of. But we even have a match and save more program. If you're a dedicated sailor with another cruise line, let us know what your status is, show us what that status is, and we'll try to match it with similar type benefits sailing with us. And more details will be coming out on this the first of the year. And also our past guests, Stephanie, you can take advantage of this too. You can buy the gift of sailing with us and give it to folks up until tomorrow. This ends December the 15th, but basically you can purchase a $300 placeholder. We'll give you $300 off and $300 worth of onboard credit. So it doubles its value basically for you if you want to give a gift of a placeholder to a friend for a future sailing. You can do that as well. Just a nice little way we say thank you to our past guests. And these are our permanent promotions, if you will, things that we do year round. You can take advantage of all these. I mentioned the Splash of Romance earlier. There are 50 available per sailing. You can purchase that for $200, and we do little special things for you throughout the sailing, things in your stateroom for you, all kind of fun stuff if you want to check out the Splash of Romance.
I need to make sure my husband knows about that one.
Yeah, we'll make sure that he's aware of that.
Right.
And then just for participating and being one of the clients for Stephanie, and just for taking the time to watch this today, we're going to give you a chance to also earn some onboard credit. If you do book within the next 7 days or by the 21st of December, you can receive extra onboard credit. If you book a Sea View or an Insider, we're going to give you $100 of onboard credit. If you book a Sea Terrace, we're going to give you $200. And if you book a suite, we'll give you $400. And yes, this can be used for alcohol. The onboard credit can be used for anything on your folio on your sailing. So it doesn't have to be bar tab for alcohol. You can use this for your shore things or for shopping on High Street, whatever you want to do, you can do that. And
is
Stephanie and I, yeah,
Tracy, is this combinable with any of the promotions going on right now?
Yes, it's on top of any other promotion you get. So if you get that $300 bar tab for a booking, you'll get this extra onward credit on top of that too.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can have up to $700 basically of bar tab and onboard credit if you do a suite. So
okay.
And if the bar tab's even longer for the 7-night sailing, that's $600 plus the $400. That's $1,000 worth of onboard credit technically. Yeah. And also, if you want to do a group with us, we're really big at helping folks do groups. We call them circles. And this promo is a little bit now muted because the $300 bar tab is included for new bookings at this point. So, but we were giving a bar tab for new circles that were created this year. But definitely talk with Stephanie about maybe getting a family group together. There are some really good benefits to sailing with us in circles. We actually add even more sailor loot if you do that too. So that just keeps piling up and adding up. And she may try to put a circle together for her 24 sailing out to the Mediterranean as well. So keep that in mind. We have some good promotions with our circles. So I know this took a little longer because Stephanie and I got carried away with her great experience. Stephanie, what do you want to add as we kind of finish up here now?
I just want to add that, one, thank you all for watching this, but also add that, so for Kevin and I, we have decided that Virgin Voyages will be the cruise line that we choose to sail on if our children are not coming with us. We know that Virgin offers a great product, and we've been very pleased with the sailings that we've been on, and we just trust them to give us the vacation that we want. So we are very much, unless they are not going to the destinations that we want to go to, but we know they're going to continue adding destinations as well. So
yeah. You're exactly right. And what you're saying is what we hear from a lot of folks. Wow, this will be the cruise line I work with from now on and travel with. But what that means too is that folks need to start booking early as possible. We haven't sold out our ships yet. We haven't had a ship that's 100% occupied to this point. We've gotten close on a few dates, but what that does mean, the more people that sail with us and come back like Stephanie, as a matter of fact, 45% of our guests will rebook another sailing while they're on a sailing with us. They'll go ahead and go to the Get Lost area and rebook another sailing, which if that continues, that just means we're eventually going to get close to sold out for a lot of our departures. So if you're interested in something, book early, book now, get with Stephanie, make sure she takes care of all that for you. And she can even do air for you for us. We can do pre and post hotels. We do the travel insurance. It's all one package. And Stephanie can take care of all that for you. So anything else you want to add as we finish up?
No, I think that's it. Thank you so much for your time and being here with us today.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure. Thank you for watching this recording, and be sure to contact Stephanie for this or any other travel needs that you have. We appreciate the partnership we have together.